to Blow the Whistle, the live stream here at Y.K.M.S Studios.
Straight out of Lombard.
There you go.
All right, I'll embrace it.
Job,
I will embrace it.
Good job.
I will embrace it.
I'm David Dykstra. I'm here with my boy, Andrew Fluff Daddy Guapo Valentin.
What's going on, world?
We're going with Fluff Daddy since we're live streaming.
That's fine. You know what? We're officially back on Facebook with Blow the Whistle, by the way, too, folks.
Yeah.
You haven't noticed, we're back. Back in action. About time.
I just got to notice.
Yeah, it took us a couple months, but we're back. We are here, folks.
All right.
It's good to be back.
All right, man. Well, we got a lot to get to.
We do.
We're talking Bulls, Bucks, NBA, NFL. Did I miss anything?
I think you're missing
the greatest segment in all of entertainment.
There you go.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you ready to get going?
Let's do this.
Let's go. Let's go. So what had happened was
yeah.
Bulls lose to them Milwaukee Bucks. They got bucked up.
I hate that joke.
It's never going.
Fine. Yeah.
Never going to end.
Nope, it's not.
They lose 93-86. More competitive than what anybody was thinking it was going to be. And after the first, 3 minutes, I thought it was over.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I was looking at this going, well, they're cooked. I was wrong. They're not going to win a single game.
They're done.
Yep.
Hasta la pasta.
That's how fast I gave up on them, honestly. I love them, but I was like, yeah, this is over. All right.
Good while it lasted.
Where's the USFL on again? That's where I went.
It's like the Titanic.
Yeah.
And no, that was Bodyguard. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I can't do Celine Dion. No. But give me your initial thoughts. I mean, because then I'm gonna hit you up with a question.
Yeah. Well, first off, I mean, obviously, like we said, yeah, it started off rough. Looked like it was going to be your same old game, but a little credit goes towards the Bulls, obviously, A for effort, if you will, especially for guys like Vooch and stuff. You tried to play some defense. Overall, this team played, I think, more so aggressive than maybe like hard-nosed defense. There were times, obviously, with guys like Green and Caruso, you could see they were doing lockdown stuff. Credit to Patrick Williams. He was on Giannis all night and kind of got bullied a little bit here and there, but stuck with one of the top players, if not the top player in the league, the new face of the NBA, I think, that's up and coming or has already arrived really at this point. And he did his job.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get bullied. He hasn't even grown into his body.
You're taking on an established superstar.
A very sick statement to make in this day and age, because guess what? I stopped at like 14.
Yeah, same. About
and
17 years old.
The other way.
Right.
The vertical stopped. The horizontal, not so much.
No, yeah. I was the same way. By 17 years old, it's like, 5'8's where you're going to probably be at. 5'9 on a good day. This guy, 19 years old, 6'8", 225.
And they said he's probably going to grow another 2 inches.
Yeah. According to those specialist doctors that look at athletes' growth period, they're like, yeah, he might be somewhere like 6'11 at the top. Probably got like a 7'4" wingspan at his height on his arms, and probably about 245, 250. And I'm like, dude, what veggies did I miss out on? Like, seriously, what am I not taking?
It's all the hormones they pump into the milk and stuff nowadays. I swear to God.
It's gotta be.
Swear to God.
I missed out on an opportunity.
But that
seriously.
being said,
yeah.
My question to you, and I'm gonna throw this out to everybody watching. Hit us up in our chat on YouTube. We'll hit you guys back up and reply.
Absolutely.
You can also hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. You can also email us at blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com.
Yep.
That being said, I watched the Raptors-Sixers game last night. The Raptors tried to play a little hack-a-shack.
Right.
To me, not smart, because Embiid is actually a pretty decent, if not above average, free throw shooter.
He's pretty good at hitting the free throws. He's pretty solid.
Why does Chicago not try that with Giannis? Because Giannis is a horrible free throw shooter.
Right. Yeah. I think one of the big issues, well, listen.
And they're kind of deep in that area, to be honest with you.
Right.
You've got Tristan Thompson. You've got Jones Jr.
Right. I mean,
you got Patty Will.
I think one of the things I think when you look at like Giannis, give him some credit, right? He did practice his free throw. It's better than what it has been like last year. But you're right. He's still when it comes to that clutch moment to hit free throws, he still struggles with it. He's not a perennial free throw guy, like get to the line kind of player. He's a smash it in your mouth. Let's hope he gets like and one and it bounces the right way kind of thing. To me, I think the Bulls, you don't want to try and press your luck with him. I think they wanted to be more meticulous. I don't think Billy Donovan's one who's trying to say like, let's be aggressive, but let's not like try and like beat him up, right? Let's not throw this back to like the 90s where all of a sudden like you're trying to beat up Jordan, right? With the whole Jordan rules and like you said, hack-a-shack and all that stuff. I think he's trying to say, let's be methodical about this. Let's be meticulous. Let's pick our points. Let's play good zone defense. Let's try to shut them down on the outside. Let's make them work on the inside. And I think that's what in this game, I think you could see that, right? They made the Bucks try to shoot from the outside. Now, granted, they have some shooters from the outside. Even some of their big guys can do it. Yeah. But they tried to make them beat them with shooting rather than dominate on the inside. Because Giannis could have easily had 40, right? We know he could easily have 40, especially with Vooch in the middle. You know, I mean, and we've seen what happens with Brook Lopez.
Mr. Ole?
Yes, Mr. Ole. The hardened defense, as I like to claim it as. But even with Brook Lopez, right? We talked about him on the radio show. You said he's very underrated. He doesn't get enough credit for what he's capable of doing.
Absolutely.
We've seen him have like 28, 30 points against Vooch. So I think that it's just a matter of trying to play the system, play the key role of shutting them down inside to kick them outside. But obviously, it's the Bucks. They're a very overpowering team.
But I guess what I'm saying is instead of letting him, like, say he gets away from Patty Will and he's driving the lane.
Right.
Instead of letting him get that easy dunk or two.
Yeah.
Foul the bejeebus out of him.
Right. Well, especially at the end there when you've got 2 minutes left.
Not necessarily like a
don't knock him down.
We're not doing a Grayson Allen here. But
we wouldn't stoop to that level.
What I'm saying is, why not like put him on the line? Because it's more than likely he's going to miss one of those.
Right. Yeah. No, and that's a good point. Why try and say, listen, we're not going to make this an easy bucket for you. But again, the problem is that obviously Giannis he's such a good player at being able to go from, I'm going to slug this down your throat to Euro step or an easy layup. He's so good at transitioning his shot.
Not just that, his strength is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
As well.
He's one of the strongest in the league.
He could probably work through a lot of fouls and possibly get an and one.
For sure.
Which is probably some of the fear too.
For a guy that's 240, he moves like a snake through the defense. He really does, and it's amazing to watch him work. The fact that he's able to like step through one guy, step through another, and find the hole to get to the rim is incredible.
The only NBA player that I know of that can do a Euro step from the foul line.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
I've watched him do it, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
It's incredible, and he's kind of the guy that's like him and Embiid are really, and Jokic too. It's the resurgence of the big man kind of coming back, and you're seeing it.
Joke had himself an issue last night, but that's a whole
right. Yeah, that was something else.
Some people get the fouls, some people don't. Just saying there, Joke. Deal with it.
The rules did change.
But I would like to see a little more. When it comes to Giannis, maybe a little more physicality.
Yeah.
Not saying flagrant fouls by any means or trying to take him out by any means, but putting him on that line to earn some points instead of giving him free reign to just drive to the basket.
Right. Well, and I'll say this too. I think the Bulls were also hoping that you were going to see more shots get hit by guys like DeRozan, who had a horrible game. He had a horrible night. I mean, 6 for 25 from the field. He didn't hit any of his three-pointers, and then obviously you're hoping that Zach and Vooch could have really stepped up. They were, 7 for 37 from the three as a team.
To be quite honest, it was a horrible game all around as far as shooting goes. But
the Bucks just made their shots count when they needed it to.
I guess my question to you is, do you equate that to better defense from the Bulls? We already know that the Milwaukee Bucks are a solid, if not above average, defensive team.
Yeah.
So would you equate that to the defense being more shut down than in previous matchups this year?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, again, I think it was more shut down. They were far more aggressive than I've seen them before. You know, obviously, again, they weren't getting like fragrant fouls or anything like that, but the fact that they were pressing in on guys, the fact that they were putting a hand in their face, they were trying to make them. I mean, let's look. Drew Holiday is a really good player still.
Oh yeah,
he's still a really good player. And Caruso, you got to give him credit, man. He was all over Drew Holiday. He only had like 11 points. He did terrible. He did terrible as a guy that's supposed to be a great inside-out kind of player at the guard spot. So credit goes to a guy like Caruso for putting him on the spot, because you would think, well, you need a guy like Lonzo to take him on, right? Yeah, but Alex Caruso took him to town, and that's why you got a guy like him. And that's why I've changed my tune on him since they've signed him. So,
oh yeah, we went over the list of like Chicago fans need to be happy about what's going on and
absolutely
where they are, because one, you had the worst free agent signing of the entire offseason.
Right, the worst.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, it's really it's terrible, just terrible. Absolutely terrible, folks.
You and I were talking about the two that we were a little suspect about, and that was Lonzo Ball and Caruso.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were both like, yeah, no, don't like it.
No,
don't like it at all. I know you have to have your token white guy, but damn it, like Caruso.
I mean, if it's not Arcidiacono, I guess, yeah, Caruso's your next guy. But no, it's surprising the fact how much, like, you've got Lonzo, who, yeah, I know he's out for the season. He's not coming back till next year. But he's become an incredible 3-and-D point guard that can run the show. And then you've got Caruso, who's shown the ability to run the floor as well, and clearly is your best defensive asset on this team right now. And I would say your sixth man coming off the bench, unless at some point Io decides to step up, and he's another one that's been a real diamond, right? And this whole Bulls team has been a giant question mark. And the fact that they exceeded expectations like this, yes, you can be upset about the fact that they fell from grace from where they were at the start. But be happy with the fact, too, also that this team is in the playoffs. We weren't even
supposed to be in that grace.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't even supposed to be we were supposed to be a 500 team, if we were lucky. Maybe be the 9th seed in the play-in tournament. We're 6 and automatically in the playoffs, right? It's been since what we said, 2015, 16 since they were in. Yeah. So it's been a hot minute since we've seen the Bulls in a playoff position. Be happy with it, folks. I'm just saying.
Considering you were considered at 2 years ago maybe the worst franchise in basketball.
Yeah. And also, too, do you want to go back to Gar Forman and John Paxson? Do you want to go back to those days? Nobody wants those days anymore.
Nobody wants Gar Paxson.
No. No more. No more Jim Boylan either.
So just to sum up, do you think they have a chance to make it a competitive series? Not saying they're going to win, but do you think they're going to make it a competitive series?
First off, they're not going to upset. Okay, I would. Is there a slim chance? Sure, it's like a 0.001% chance that they could upset the Bucks. Okay, it's there, and we actually saw it in this game. They had a chance to take the lead, but again, Levine, like we said on the radio show, Levine's got to hit that big shot. You've got to hit that three.
You want the money?
You want the cash. You got to make it count. You got to sink that three, but I think they can still get at least a game. They might even be, if they play like this, they can possibly get 2 games. And of course, they're going to come at home. And I think so after this next game, when they go back home for those 2 back-to-back games, that's where I think the Bulls can take it, because they've been winning all their games at home. So, I mean, listen, the Bucks are good. They haven't beaten them all year long. But the playoffs, we always have to remember, is a different kind of animal. It's kind of a reset. Everybody starts off with a new. So now's your chance. You've shown. We're not going to back down. We're going to attack. Do the exact same thing. You can upset them in Milwaukee. That's huge momentum shifter. That's great momentum for you, and that might be the thing that throws the Bucks off. I doubt it, but you never know. You never know. Giannis might be like, "Wait, what just happened?" And then he has like 19 points for the rest of the series. It's probably not going to happen. He probably goes off for 50, I'm sure, on the next one. But you never know. You never know. I think they can get at least 1 win, maybe 2.
All right, I'm still sticking with the Bucks in a sweep. That being said,
it's fair.
When we come back, we talk more NBA basketball here on Blow the Whistle, live from Illinois Media School Studio.
I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
All right, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
And welcome back to Blow the Whistle, the live stream here at Illinois Media School Studios.
Straight out of Lombard.
The enthusiasm.
Well, you know, I mean, what do you want me to turn it up times 1,000?
No.
I could.
We'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there. We'll get there, my dude. Calm down. It'll be all right.
I just wanted to set it for, location, right? Because it is Lombard.
So I'm going to give you a little blast from the past.
Okay.
A little, I don't know if you ever watched, did you ever watch the sitcom Martin?
Yes, I did. I love
Hey, Gina.
Very nice.
Hi. That being said, let's talk about these games tonight.
Let's do it.
What do we want to start off with here?
I mean, well, you want to kind of recap a little bit of what's been happening in the playoffs?
I mean, we can recap. I mean,
because there were some moments.
By far, the number one thing over the weekend was the Jason Tatum twirly whirly, leave your bird in your pocket, Kyrie Irving bucket at the end.
Take your bird and go home, Kyrie.
Put the bird in your pocket and give us $50,000.
Right. Yes. For those who obviously don't know, if you hadn't seen that game, game one against Boston, Kyrie was kind of flipping a lot of people, giving them the old Tweety to the fans, and he's been fined $50,000 for getting him the old the songbird.
The Tweety?
Yes.
The I taught putty tag?
Yeah. I taught Boston fans. Yeah, that one.
I taught Celtic.
Yes, but I think he's a little bit more hurt.
Like, we talked about this. We actually, got into depth on the play.
Yeah.
But baseline to baseline, the play that was set
great.
up there was just unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
From them doubling down on Kyrie to Tatum's defense on Durant to where he had to take a low percentage shot, a very low percentage shot.
Yeah.
It clanks. They get the rebound. Don't call a timeout so Brooklyn could get their defense set up along with them setting up their offense.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a crazy fact, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds, every single person on that team that was on the floor touched that ball.
Yep.
Marcus Smart had 2 chances to hoist one up. Said, no, because watch what my boy Jason Tatum's going to do. I feel like there should have been merry-go-round music. Or like a carousel.
There absolutely should have been. I was thinking more orchestral ballerina music, just because it was just such the most pretty and beautiful spin you could have ever made on a basketball court to go to the rim for a last-second shot. You don't see that anymore.
I think the thing that shocked us the most is it was in slow-mo on YouTube, and Andrew slow-mo'd it even more.
I had to.
Marcus Smart throws the ball. As he's throwing the ball, Jason Tatum is already spinning and has contorted his body so he can still catch the ball but continue the spin. Poor Kyrie. Well, not poor Kyrie, because I don't give a flip about Kyrie. couldn't even foul him. It was that good of a move. Like, he went to foul him and he was gone.
He threw his hand. You can see in the video if you watch it, because there's the last minutes up there on YouTube. So if you want to see it, and we'll post it up there too, so you guys can see it as well for Blow the Whistle on X-Bomb. As he's turning, Kyrie throws his arm out to clearly try and either knock the ball away or get like a reach-in foul to try and get him to the line. But at that point, his body's already moving towards the basket. There's no hope for him at all to get there. This is why Jason Tatum, for everybody that kind of tries to slam him and disrespect him and all that stuff, you have to give him credit for what he does, for who he is. He is, I think, at this point, I would argue he's a top 20 player in the league at this point in time. I really would, because of how he's been able to be the X factor in every single game. Marcus Smart does not make that decision unless he's like, I trust Tatum to be that guy.
Let me just put it to you this way. Hey, Zach LaVine. You want to get paid?
Yeah.
Watch your boy Jason Tatum.
Who's younger than you, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Watch your boy Jason Tatum. There is a player who has gone, this is my team.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him on my shoulders, and we win or lose by how I play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, between him and obviously Jaylen Brown, I mean, I would say right now it's their ride to run. It's their team. It's like whatever you guys want to do, coach is going to let you guys run it. Because Udoka right now, I mean, and credit to him too, he's done a great job coaching this team. He does not get enough credit for a first-year coach with Brad Stevens in the front office, and they've built a team that right now looks like they could actually be super competitive in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? That doesn't happen.
How crappy does Danny Ainge have to feel?
Oh, yeah. He's like, I thought it was going to be a failure. What happened? Like, I thought Brad was going to be like struggling. What am I missing?
Utah, do you need a GM or a president of operations?
They might. They really might.
That being said, unbelievably great game.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great series.
It's going to be an amazing series.
Probably the best one.
Yeah. And Ben Simmons is going to come out and do a double-double.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
No, it's
20
not.
and 10.
Yeah.
You know what happens? TJ, you know what happens if he gets a 20 and 10, right? What happens? We get Peter Griffin up in this mug.
It's not
naked Peter Griffin.
It's not happening. I'm telling you all right now. It's not happening. That man is not going to go for 20 and 10. He'll go for like 4 and 6 if he's lucky. 4 and 6 if he's lucky. He's not healthy. I'm doing 4-on-4s. Get out of here. Shut up. You bum.
You bum.
You brick-ass bum.
What game's next? Because he'll go on forever.
Get me off of this.
What are we doing next? What game you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about this next one.
Let's go.
I want to talk about.
Tell me what you want to talk
I want to talk about this upset that we saw. This huge upset that I think a few people kind of saw coming. I was a little bit skeptical if this actually could happen. This is Memphis and Minnesota. I was not sure if Minnesota was going to be for real. Obviously, we know they made a big celebration. And listen.
And got trolled.
They got trolled like crazy. I would say it's been how long since they've been in the playoffs at this point? Give them a little bit of just due.
Decades?
Been a hot minute. Been like the Bulls. Been a hot minute since they've been in the playoffs. So give them
a hot minute. Yeah, might be a hot hour.
Yeah. Might be a hot year.
Hot half.
Yeah.
Hot half hour.
Hot 20 years maybe. But Minnesota came out fighting. I mean, probably the two youngest teams, I would say, right now in the league. And you've got Anthony Edwards, who goes for 36. You've got Ja, who hits his 32. This was a fight back and forth, and Minnesota coming out big with an incredible showing, hitting every shot that counts, having Karl Anthony Towns hitting threes, hitting jumpers alongside Anthony Edwards. I mean, as a unit on both ends, it was a great game. But Minnesota showed out.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those series that everybody was like, oh, it's over.
Right, it's going to be a sweep. Yeah.
Blah, blah. And all of a sudden you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
do we have a series here?
We might.
I think this one, the Utah Jazz Mavs, because the Mavericks came out last night and showed that they could win without Luka, which nobody saw coming.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Thank you, Jalen.
Right?
Now do an interview with me, God. Come on.
By the way, I loved Jason Kidd's interview after that. I told him to get paid. He about to get paid.
Looking at this, I mean, for this Minnesota and Grizzlies team, I mean, it's going to be a fight. That's going to be a battle. Yeah. As far as the Jazz and the Mavericks go,
I think it all depends on Luka.
It is all going to come down to Luka Doncic. But I mean, what we saw yesterday with Jalen Brunson, again, shout out to you, my boy. Shout out to you. You did fantastic. I'm so proud of him. I just wish he would do a gosh darn interview with us already. I'm calling you out again. I'm texting you again. I've known this kid since high school. I just want one.
Listen.
I know you're busy being a star.
Listen. Never mind him. We like you.
I like him. What
if
have I
you
done?
Grace us with an interview, we will be much appreciative and be very happy. I will not let Andrew troll you anymore because Andrew is a moron and doesn't know how to do this. We love you. Come on. It's okay. We'll give you big bear hugs. Tell you how great you are.
Jalen, you know I love you, man.
Yeah. But that being said, you know, there's
it's a good showing.
There's great showing.
Yeah.
What other games have kind of caught your...
You know, we kind of talked a little bit about it. The fascination I have with the Miami-Atlanta game right now is kind of that series. I feel like Miami is going to certainly overtake Atlanta at this point. It's just the way that
somebody's ice tray melted.
Yeah, I was gonna say Trae Young at this point. They're showing the weakness in the armor at this point because Miami has put everybody on Trae Young and said, all right, if he's going to beat us, he's going to have to really beat us. And if it's not, or it's like, all right, he's hitting his shot. Well, forget it. Let's just protect everybody else because, all right, now you really have to beat us. So now you're going to have to go for 40, 50 points if you want to win this game.
They're trying to say, come on, try and Mike Dicka us.
Yes, exactly.
Trae Young. 632. Miami Heat 5.
Exactly. Listen, the way the Heat are playing right now, they're playing at an all-time high. They're all looking really healthy.
Yeah, ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Ridiculously good.
I mean, the way they shut them down in that first game, I mean, they're playing tonight. I have, unfortunately, my faith in Atlanta to possibly at least get one game. I thought they could possibly take it to a Game 7. I don't think that's going to happen now just because Miami's game plan just seems to be so solid with Trae. It's either all in on him and let the rest of the team try and score him, or if he's filling a shot, well, then the hell with it. Let him shoot all he wants, and we'll just protect everybody else. Because I'll tell you right now, DeAndre Hunter probably is not winning you the game.
I love the fact that you went all in to win.
Yes.
All in to win. That being said, that's going to do it for the NBA shenanigans. Guess what? Baker ain't going to progress much farther without a trade. We talk about that in the NFL draft next here on Blow the Whistle at Illinois Media School Studios.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste, the second to none.
Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey,
You get those reports done?
yeah. No.
You, sir.
Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Mr. Boss.
Hey, sir. Go yourself.
You're fired!
I still get beer.
Welcome back to Blow the Whistle, the live stream here at Illinois Media School, blah, blah, blah. I almost went Illinois Media Studios.
That's the same thing. Yeah,
IMS,
same thing.
IMS.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
It's all in the same realm, right?
Where are we again?
We're straight out of Lombard.
Been here for years. No, sorry, I'm not going there. I'm absolutely not going there.
Don't ruin our career, please.
Not going there. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a leader in the clubhouse for Mr. Y.K.M.S of the Year. His name, Baker Mayfield.
Season hasn't even started.
Listen, there's two teams out there right now that viably could use Baker.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think the one that actually wants to trade for him possibly is one of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I'm going to get on my Sam Darnold pedestal.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cheer, rah, rah for him until I'm blue in the face. I think Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. Am I sitting here telling you that he's going to go and lead them to a Super Bowl? Absolutely not. But do I think he could win that division?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could. There's only one thing that needs to happen for them to be contenders in that division, and that's for Christian McCaffrey to stay healthy. Now, whether or not that happens,
that's the biggest question mark of them all.
Yeah.
Honestly, and listen, I like Sam Darnold. I don't know if he's necessarily a good quarterback. I think at this point you can probably say he's at least in the average range as a guy that can be a spot starter that you can bring in every once in a while to kind of control the game. If they win this, it's because Christian McCaffrey probably stays healthy all year long, and Sam Darnold just kind of keeps it on a cheap nickel and diming it down the field kind of situation, not exactly trying to launch it down the field kind of stuff. That's the way that they can win this division. I think it's still going to be hard because the Bucks are obviously got their boy back. They're still a very good team. So, but outside of that, Carolina, as far as Baker fitting in there, I don't think it's going to work. Because then that because I thought about it from yesterday, and I was like, that's still too much of a distraction. Him and Sam Darnold from the same draft. Oh, they're battling against each other for the starting quarterback spot. That's not going to play out. That's not a good storyline, because what happens if Baker becomes the backup? Yeah. He's not going to be quiet. He's not going to be happy with that. Darnold's the one that's going to keep silent, and he's going to look like the hero out there. Win or lose on that, he wins the starting job. You beat out the number 1 overall pick. You don't become the starter. Baker's the one that doesn't, that starts to lose games and stuff. You're the backup quarterback. You're not the problem then. It's Baker. The
only team that I truly think Baker Mayfield's better than any other quarterback on that roster is Seattle.
Yeah, probably.
And
maybe Houston. Maybe. But that's because you're saying
Mills had the second best rookie numbers out of any quarterback.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is that you're talking about a rookie quarterback right now who just showed out. So you don't really know what he could be at his best.
Well, everybody's
because the Texans are at their worst.
Well, let me strike that. I think New Orleans would be a wash.
Yeah.
I think him and Y.K.M.S are probably
about the same.
Same?
Yeah.
I'd take Mariota over Baker.
Better decision making, I would say.
Where else? I mean, like
that's the thing is like the quarterback market is so saturated at this point with either rookies or veterans.
New York Giants?
Maybe, but there's even talk that the Giants may be going into this draft to draft a quarterback.
Let me just put it to you this way.
Yeah.
Baker couldn't handle Cleveland.
Right.
There's no way you're handling the New York media. No way.
If you thought the Browns were bad, dude, wait until you talk to the New York Post or the Times or any of those guys.
We're not even going to touch Philadelphia.
Yeah, jeez.
You would be in a fetal position in a corner of a room sucking your own thumb.
Jalen Hurts right now is a champ for taking on the media the way he is. He says all the right things, he said, Baker, learn something from Jalen because he says all the right things, which is nothing. He gives them no ammo, no nothing, nada. If you would shut up, we wouldn't do this. we wouldn't be bashing you because you keep saying stupid stuff. You keep going on podcasts and talking to the media about, well, if the trainers were better and, well, if we had a wide receiver out there, just shut up. Just stop talking.
Stop saying words.
Exactly. You could solve your issue real quick. I'm just saying.
That being said, that's probably other than Denzel Ward. Getting his money.
Right.
Money. Yeah.
$100.5 million, folks.
And I love that Jalen tweeted, "Welcome to the club."
Yeah. By the way, $350 million guaranteed by the Browns, more than any other team in the NFL. It's nuts. That is insane.
Well, you know what they say. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
I think you might be even be the first person to say that that's not from Cleveland, and I don't think there's that many people from Cleveland that would say that.
Now you've never watched the Drew Carey show?
I have.
It's a great open.
It is. It's
great.
just.
See, Squirrely even give it the thumbs up.
Absolutely. No, it's a great open. I'm just saying.
Ohio.
That's great. I'm just saying. I've watched those videos. Fun times in Cleveland, showing the city.
So okay.
Yeah.
Transitioning to the bigger aspect of what's going on in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, is the NFL draft.
Yes, sir.
Now, Malik Willis made his stops in Detroit today.
Yep.
And then Pittsburgh tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, I believe he's got his final visit with Pittsburgh tomorrow, and I think he's done. I'm pretty sure.
Here's my question, and I get it. You're doing your due diligence, talking to as many teams that you know of that could possibly be interested. He's not there at 32.
No, not even. I mean,
I don't see Detroit taking him at 2.
No, listen. For what Detroit has right now in Jared Goff, you've got a quarterback that you're only paying half the contract to. I'm pretty sure they're paying at least half the contract. They might not even be paying him really almost anything at all, which again, LA is just like, whatever, franchise cap is off now.
There's no cap in LA.
There's no salary cap in Los Angeles apparently, which must be great. But for Detroit, I mean, to pick Malik Willis by 32, it's going to be hard. They may move up in the draft, but here's the thing. I still don't think they need to go for a quarterback in the first round. I think you're set to say at 2, you take the top defensive player that's there, be it Walker or Hutchinson.
I don't know why you don't.
Okay, or a tackle.
I was going to say, why don't you get someone to bookend Sewell?
Right. I mean.
And then your problems get a lot easier in Detroit.
Exactly. So you've got options to go with to set up your potential future franchise quarterback, because as we keep mentioning, this is not really the year for a franchise quarterback. This is a project year
there may be some talented quarterbacks coming out next year. Just a rumor.
Like Malik Willis is good, but it's like a 2-year thing with him.
His ceiling's higher than the 2 that are coming out next year.
Yes.
If he develops the way that people project him to develop.
Yeah.
His ceiling's way higher.
A lot of these quarterbacks, it's about what team you're going to. That's what's going to determine your development, I think. So guys like Pickett and Willis, depending on what the teams they go to, they may have a fair shot. Next year, you've got 2 guys who I think are going to be generational kind of talents where it's like, plug them in, put them in. They're going to throw touchdown bombs all day.
See, and this is where it's all going to even out. Because everything that all these AFC teams are now getting these generational quarterbacks that are going to be at their teams for the next 10 years.
Absolutely.
If not longer. Because Lord only knows Tom Brady could be playing until he's 75.
Yeah. Wow.
But that being said, now all these NFC teams are looking.
Yeah. Well, everybody wants a quarterback.
And everybody's like, well, why isn't anybody drafting this year?
Right.
If you could get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young or Sean Clifford.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do that with a straight face.
I don't know if I would put him in the same category, but sure, if you want to, we can do that. I mean, listen, next year there's a bunch of quarterbacks coming out that are going to be great.
They've kind of projected that the quarterback class next year is kind of going to be close to the wide receiver class this year.
It's going to be deep. There's going to be a lot of talent.
A lot of talent.
And there still could be talent in this draft. It's just I don't know if the first round pick is where you want to go with some of these guys.
Want to know who I think the Saints take in the 2023 draft? Will Levis.
Maybe.
Better arm, better, maybe even par athletically with
he's your prototypical kind of quarterback, 6'3", 225. Tatum. Yeah. He's in that level of quarterback, I think, at this point. He's certainly got the arm for it. But listen,
where do you think? Well, let me just ask you.
Yeah.
Let's put it out there. Where do you think the first quarterback goes, and who do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be the Panthers, and I think they're probably going to go with Kenny Pickett. I honestly
pro ready.
They're looking at his size. They're looking at his talent, the skill, the arm, everything. Who cares about his hand size? I'm sick of that stuff. Sick of that crap at this point.
What did we say? Who had the smallest hand size last draft or in his draft?
That would be Joe Burrow. The great chef of the Cincinnati Bengals that was cooking them up last year. So I honestly think Pickett's the guy that they want because it's Matt Rule. It's his kind of offense. He likes the crossing route stuff, short, intermediate. You got a long ball guy in DJ Moore. I don't know how much they're going to stretch the field with him maybe, but he's a consistent quarterback. He's kind of like you said, I think yesterday, he's more pro ready at this point.
He's pro ready. His ceiling isn't as high.
It's like
his ceiling is his floor.
Yeah, it's like right there with each other. They're like even. He's a good quarterback. Malik Willis is the guy where it's like if he doesn't work out, obviously that's a big hit. But the ceiling on him is so high, it could be the next Russell Wilson, bigger, stronger, faster. Or like you said, Lamar Jackson.
I see
Lamar Jackson with an arm, yeah. Because he's far more athletic, I would say, and faster than Wilson was when he came in. So honestly, of these quarterbacks that you're got coming in, I mean, outside of those two, I question what's going to happen with guys like Sam Howell and Matt Corral. Desmond Ridder, I know you're kind of iffy on him. I still think in the right system, he can work. In the right system, he can work.
That's not Pittsburgh.
It could be.
No.
What about Atlanta?
No. I already told you who I want.
I know, yeah.
I want Matt Corral in Atlanta.
Absolutely. I think he's the hidden gem, honestly, of all the quarterbacks.
And
he's the one that everyone's going to buy
him
for.
Because of that ACL tag.
Right. And I think a lot of teams are going to try and get him in the second round or hope to get him in the second round.
I would love to see Malik drop to Pittsburgh. I think that's the best scenario for him.
Yeah.
Weapons at wide receiver, weapon at running back. You rebuild that line. My whole thing is if Linderbaum's sitting there for the Steelers,
they're going to take him.
No hesitation.
It's him. Listen, I'll tell you right now. If you're wondering about Tyler Linderbaum, who's like the top center, it's Pittsburgh or it's Dallas. One of those two teams is going to take him. And it all just comes down to who needs what at that point. It's really going to come down to who needs what at that point because Jerry knows you don't have that center in that position. You see what that team is now.
Yeah.
Travis Frederick retires. Oh, well, that team's gone to a waste at this point. Pittsburgh doesn't have that center in that position anymore. Yeah, they're kind of struggling a little bit to keep the quarterback safe.
Alive.
So, yeah.
Period.
Yeah, that's why Ben was like, yeah, forget this. I'm done.
I'm good.
So one of those two teams is going to get him. And honestly, he could be another, like a steal for the draft. Super smart, super intelligent, very strong, quick. For a center, he's very quick. So I'm going to be, if it's not Linderbaum, I think, though, for the Steelers, I think they love Jordan Davis. I think they love because he is a Pittsburgh Steeler kind of wrapped up for them essentially.
Well, and let's be honest, how much longer can Cam Hayward do what he does?
Exactly. I mean, and you need somebody.
He had a career year last year.
Right.
What, 38?
He's 33, 34.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's still fairly young. And no, it feels like it's been a long time with him.
I literally feel like he played with Greg Lloyd and Kevin Green.
Yeah.
Like, that's how long I think he's been a Steeler.
Yeah.
But that being said, we're going to have way more, like, probably next week's show is just going to be NFL draft.
It's going to be a lot of NFL draft.
So,
a lot of NFL draft.
Till next time. But coming up next.
Yep.
The greatest segment in all of entertainment. That's right. It's time for You're Killing Me, Smalls. We already got one from B-Mac. If you had anything just getting underneath your skin, making you want to scream, You're Killing Me, Smalls, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1, or you can leave it in the comments section on the YouTube.
Absolutely. And on the Facebook as well.
On the YouTube.
Yep.
But when we come back, we give you our You're Killing Me Smalls and B-Max.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be right back.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that I have you craving more? Taco Bell.
All right, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
And welcome back to Blow the Whistle live stream here at Illinois Media School Studios. Where are we located?
Straight out of Lombard.
We've been here for years. But that being said, let's get into it because it's that time. It's that time for the greatest segment in all of entertainment. It's time for You're Killing Me, Smalls. Like I said, hit us up in our comments if you want us to read You're Killing Me, Smalls. You can email us at, oh, geez Louise, blow T Whistle Radio at gmail.com. Man, I've been up way too long.
I know. It's been a long
but
one.
I'm
for
here.
us. It's true.
I'm here.
It's true.
So, man. That being said, Andrew, go first because you never go first.
Yeah, I never go first. All right, so I'm sticking with mine from yesterday. If you don't know what happened during the Timberwolves, allow me to introduce you to what happened both in the playing game for the Timberwolves and also what happened in Game 1. So if you're not aware, in the playing game, at some point during that game, there was a woman that was glued to the floor, had self-glued herself to the floor, that apparently was a part of it.
You know what's funny? I was so tired yesterday and so out of it, I completely forgot this was your Killing Me Smalls yesterday. Go, dude, go.
As hashtag Gluegate, as it was called, for so stupid. Well, there was also hashtag Chaingate, because in Game 1 of the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies game, a woman named Zoe Rosenberg chained herself to the basket station where you kind of raise and lower the basket net and all that kind of stuff. She chained herself to it and had a shirt that I guess was reading something to the effect of Glenn Taylor roasts animals or something like that, which was in protest from a group called Direct Action Everywhere, or DXE as it's known, a grassroots rights network, grassroots animal rights network behind both of these incidences, is protesting because Minnesota Timberwolves owner Glenn Taylor, who I completely forgot until yesterday, is handing over power to Alex Rodriguez, who is going to have his big Peyton Manning show on baseball. It's going to suck. But Glenn Taylor has this farm up in Iowa, and apparently they had killed about 5 million chickens or so, something like that, because there was some sort of bird influenza going around. So these women decide to protest themselves. And listen, I'm all for protesting. I'm all for your right to free speech and all that stuff. Gluing yourself to the floor and chaining yourself to a basketball game is not really the way to do it, especially when You're on the outskirts of the basketball game. And then my favorite part is John Morant looking at him going, the hell's going on? And Jaren Jackson going, some lady chained to the basketball net. And they're just laughing their asses off. You know why? Because listen, do whatever you want, but what do you think is going to happen? Now you're both going to jail. And look, I'm all for animal activism and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Animal humane society and everything. But it's chickens, lady. We eat a lot of chickens. Like, if you don't like it, then send them over my way. I mean, and by the way, if they had a flu going on or whatever, you got to kind of get rid of it, right? I mean, we're not running around here shooting people because they got sick with the virus, are we? Well, I mean, some people are, but yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into that. Not going to go into that, but.
By the way, did you know that if you rip off a chicken's wings, they don't grow back?
Yes. I can't believe you told me the story that somebody actually believes that they grow back like it's a lizard.
They thought the chicken wings grew back.
Like it's an iguana.
That's why we have an endless supply of chicken wings in our country.
Like it's an iguana's tail after you cut it off because it's scared and they just pop right off.
Yep.
And they'll just but then they'll grow back, right? And who believes that? Seriously. But I mean, by the way, it's not like they don't just use the wings. There's a whole chicken that you gotta eat, folks. I know because I'm about to go get a bucket of him real soon. Because I'm hungry and now talking about
hungry.
So I'm talking about chicken. So now I'm gonna go get chicken. So I've made up my plans for dinner. So to these women for their protest, which I'm again, unfortunately, I just feel like it's gonna lead to a whole lot of nowhere. You got your word out, fine, but. If anything, by the way, the Timberwolves still won the games. They still won the playoff games. Yeah.
Fantastic. Even though the owner committed chicken side.
What did I say? Pecticide?
That's a foul joke.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? We'll just move on over to the next one.
Don't be utterly ridiculous.
All right, we're milking this a little bit too much. All right, so to these women, and frankly to myself for even committing those jokes, I give myself and these women a big ol'...
Killing me, Smalls!
Oh, God.
All right, so we got one from King B, man.
Yep.
The USFL coach that cut a player for choosing pizza over chicken salad. Seriously, dude? Seriously?
Oh, wow.
Then to say he crossed the line, so we have to deal with it. What line? Was he Wait, maybe he was part of the protest.
I was gonna say.
Maybe he was part of the protest.
Part of the protest.
He was part of the protest.
Oh, my God.
Fight for your right, dude. Fight for your right to not have chicken-sided.
Yeah, chicken's no problem, but if you put pepperoni on that pizza, hey, he's got to go.
So King B-Mac goes on to say, if the USFL ends up folding, they just got one of their moments that will get brought up as a reason why for the rest of eternity. So to the USFL coach, I say to you,
you're killing me, Smalls.
That's good.
That is great. I read the story. I didn't really know what to think of it.
They wanted the whole team to follow a dietary plan.
And listen, I get that. I know that's a thing that NFL teams have done.
It's a slice of pizza.
It's pizza. Come on.
A slice. A slice.
If you were telling me he's chowing down
This is a whole pizza.
Yeah.
A slice you can get rid of.
This right here, folks, this is a large from White Castle. Or White Cottage, I should say.
What?
Yeah. Well, this is also actually this part right here is like White Castle. This part here is White Cottage.
Donuts. McDonald's.
Yeah. Hamburgers are like right about here, I would say. And French fries, they're like right there.
And then this is Chick-fil-A because they're movies.
Wow, that was great.
All right.
Thank you, keeping that. That was great.
So, Mr. Kyler.
You going
Kyrie.
There you go.
Yeah, Kyrie.
Not the quarterback, the point guard.
Kyrie.
Yes.
Irving. I don't care that you went to Duke. That just means you should be smarter than you actually acted.
Yep.
I don't have a problem that you were flipping people off. Don't get me wrong. They flip you off. You have every right to flip them off. Know that you're going to get fined for it, but I'm okay with that. My problem is in the post-game press conference where you said it was not an act of hostility. Bro, if I could do it right now, I'd show you the hostility. Read between the lines.
Right.
Like, that is a hostile act. And for you to completely not admit that it is ridiculous. Trying to use all your, it's a behavioral act. It's not hostile whatsoever. No. Tell me one person that doesn't flip a bird that is not hostile. Hey, well,
I don't think he
Kyrie?
knows. Yeah.
No comment?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a hostile act. So Kyrie, for being asinine and saying asinine things, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
I don't think he knows what gestures mean. I really don't.
Oh, I got a couple for you.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, I got more for your teammate that won't play than I actually do you, sir. So...
What are you talking about?
We're not doing this.
20 and 10. Naked Peter Griffin in the Illinois Media School halls.
You bad back having, brick throwing up and bum.
Throwing up in?
Yeah. I just made up a word.
An educated man.
Yeah, well. You know what? Until Ben Simmons can prove otherwise.
All right. Hey, that's going to do it for our show today.
Yes, sir.
Andrew!
Mm-hmm.
Where can they find you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find me, obviously you can find me at The Fluffy Guru on Twitter, but most likely you can find me at Boom Crew Captain on Instagram. And obviously, too, if you want to find any more of me on this show, you guys can find me on X-Bomb Sports on the Facebook page and on YouTube every Wednesday and Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. with myself and Drew, and occasionally we'll have TJ. At some point, TJ is going to be coming on because we got to talk about that hockey. So be on the lookout for that, folks. We're going to be talking about...
Why?
Because we got to talk a little bit when the playoffs hit. When the playoffs hit. So be on the lookout for that, folks. We'll be doing it tomorrow and Thursday. So, yep.
Do it. Do it. I'm David Dykstra. You can find me at DDykstra75 on Instagram. You can also find me on Twitter. By the way, that's probably changing again, TJ, just so you know. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. You can also find me on Twitter at David Dykstra4.
Yep.
I also do a show on Mondays called Blow the Whistle from 2 to 4. It's me, our guy Andrew over here, and are you still asleep, dude?
Wake up!
Wake up! Tyler. Been sleeping since Sunday.
He's waiting for True Love's first kiss, and I ain't going to do it.
You heard that, Emily.
You got to get over here and do it.
Come on.
Not our job.
We do a show every Monday, 2 to 4. We talk everything and anything. The next couple weeks are going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to that. What else do we got? Wednesdays, 3 to 4 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I've got a new show going on Sportstown Chicago. It's called The Lockup with my boy Darius Jefferson.
Yep.
Everything you want to know, pro wrestling, it will be there. Trust.
Absolutely. Well, we've got these wonderful podcasts that our friends do. One of them by which is our very own Brandon Januska. If you're looking for that, folks, you guys can check it out. It is Baseball Banter with Brandon. Yes, that's right. We will get that lower third up there for you eventually, Brandon, on Blow the Whistle. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to go hit him up there as well, folks. Also, too, you can catch him at the 90s Request Hour at 9 at WMKR Genuine Radio 94.3, where he's doing a great job. I got a chance to actually listen to you, my man, on the radio over the last week.
All I want is Southern twang out of that voice.
So
that's all I want.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Brandon, keep it up, man. He's doing a great job. So if you want to catch his baseball stuff again, it's Baseball Banter with Brandon. It's on Odyssey. It's on Spotify. You can catch it on all the podcast areas, such as one, I believe it's called Quad Pod, possibly.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot because they never forget about me.
Absolutely, yeah. So
I appreciate that.
Go check that out, ladies and gentlemen, for sure.
Hey, TJ, we're going to do this thing where we call up Brandon and ask him to spell Harry Carey.
Oh,
it'd
wow.
be so good.
Oh, God.
Mr. Januska? Is that how you say it, sir?
Yeah, hey, sir, I got a question for you. How do you spell Harry Carey again?
How do you spell Harry?
It's with an E, right? I heard it was with an E.
You also
2 R's.
You also got another great podcast from our girl Hannah Brummer.
Yes.
Monday Motivations. You want to get your week started off on the right foot? Listen to Monday Motivations every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Great talks with great people.
Just putting out new episodes.
Putting out nothing but positive vibes. You can also listen to our girl, my little sis, as I like to call her, every 3 to 7, every Monday through Friday on XLC.
102.3 XLC, the afternoon drive, 3 to 7. She's killing it right now with the radio. She's doing a great job.
She's amazing.
And she's been working with some really great people, too, along the way. So congrats to you, Hannah. And hopefully we'll finally see her after a while.
Just stop big timing us. That's all we ask. Just stop big timing us.
Yes, celebrity.
Next thing you know, your face will be on a billboard and we'll never see you again.
Well, we will. It's just on the billboard. That's about it.
We'll
have to set up an appointment.
We'll take a picture as we wave at it.
We'll have to set up an appointment.
Anything else we need to promote?
Well, there is these guys that do a great show also as well, the Parlay, if you guys don't know. The Parlay is a great show with our guy Kendall Gill and Tony Lopez.
Oh!
So make sure to go check him out at theparlay.com.
Tony. Oh, Tilo!
Oh, my God.
Oh!
Who are you talking about? Who's this guy? What do they do?
I just love that I did that the last one. Like, Tony. Oh!
I can't.
Damn. Okay.
I got
Tilo.
Tilo, I'm so sorry if you see this. I'm so sorry. And also to check out the boys, Fake Football Guys on YouTube. If you haven't seen this show, we produce it for them. They're a great fantasy football show. They do great stuff. We're going to probably be doing shows here again very soon.
I mean, they're cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So if you guys want to check out more of their stuff too, make sure to follow them on TikTok. That's where I do it. Also too, find them on Odyssey and Spotify and all those good spots where you can find their podcasts as well.
Absolutely.
So make sure to go follow them on all that stuff. Again, it's Fake Football Guys on YouTube. And I think that's it.
I'm going to get a quick shout out to all the Under the Hood people that listen to us on the Under the Hood podcast.
Yes,
Jonathan
sir.
Hood, we appreciate everything that you do for us. Everybody, have a great rest of the week. Have a great tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everybody understood what I was trying to do there. Be positive, stay positive, and positive things will happen to you and for you and around you. See you next time on Blow the Whistle.